Hello, everyone. Welcome to our masterclass Holiday Cheers. I'm so excited because we have a great lineup tonight. So I would say good morning, good evening, everyone. Wherever you're joining from, please say hello to us in the chat and let us know where you're joining from. It will be a fun-filled and a lot of informations and tips and strategies throughout the session. So I really invite you to get a pen and paper and get ready, get a drink with you as well. So you can sip on a drink and listen to coaches. And if you have any questions, please let us know during the sessions. Please type it in the chat so we will address it towards the end. And also, I would also like you to know that if you stay till the end, we do have special offers for whomever wants to join us. And just to attend our session tonight, we will be offering you some special gifts. So please stay with us. And I will be introducing our lineup today. So I am Coach Sarah. I'm a founder of WOM, Women Owning Their Mind, Body, and Business. And then we have Coach Tiffany, we have Coach Doris, and also we have Coach Joyce. As we move on towards the next coaches, we will introduce them individually. There's a lot to share. So first of all, I will just want to share why we chose this topic today, the holiday cheers. So officially, the holiday starts from the Black Friday till end of December or first week of January. That's the holiday season. As long as and as much as we want to embrace the holiday joy, we still go through a lot of overwhelm, overscheduled, financial burden, a lot of stress and anxiety through this period of time. So even study shows that 64% people with an existing mental illness say that the holiday makes their condition actually worse. So we want to address that. We want to show you some strategies and share some tips that how we can actually not losing the spirit despite of having this all anxiety and stressful situations, how we can embrace this inner joy and really truly go through this and this holidays with our loved ones or even by ourselves, to be happy and joyful. So first of all, I will introduce and bring on Coach Tiffany. Hello, Coach Tiffany.
Hello. Glad to be here.
Awesome. So before we start, I will actually give you a little bit of introduction for Coach Tiffany, and I'm very excited to introduce Coach Tiffany to you. So Coach Tiffany, welcome to our masterclass today. And Tiffany is a registered social worker, clinical hypnotherapist, and a mindset coach with a passion for helping individuals harness the power of their subconscious mind so to create lasting transformation. And I have also witnessed, so I know how much profound transformation that you actually offer to your clients. Through her coaching and hypnotherapy work, she truly empowers her clients to uncover their true desires, break free from limiting beliefs, and align their mindset with their goals. Coach Tiffany's approach blends with coaching, hypnotherapy, and NLP tools to guide clients toward profound shifts, as we said, allowing them to move from breakdown to breakthroughs. So tonight, Coach Tiffany will share her expertise on cultivating a merry mindset this holiday season. So Coach Tiffany,
yes,
are you ready to share some insights today or tonight?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So I will start with a question first. That when I was reading your bio, and also I know I've known you for almost 4 years or 5 years, and I have seen how many impact that you have done with to your clients. And you talk about the power of subconscious mind in creating the life we desire. right?
Mm-hmm.
So during this holiday season, many of us can fall into our old habits. And with our coaching words, we say that limiting beliefs. So, what are some practical ways we can tap into our subconscious mind to cultivate a merry mindset and break free from those patterns that we already built?
Thank you for the question, Sarah. And I think one of the really important things to remember is that our subconscious mind gets reprogrammed through repetition and emotion. So there's lots of ways to go about this, but one thing you could try is to reframe those negative beliefs into what you'd rather believe, and then take time daily to work with them. Now, the important thing here is not just to be like, okay, say you think the holidays are stressful, and you reframe that to, I get through the holidays with ease or whatever. So you don't just say, I get through the holidays with ease, I get through the holidays with ease, and just keep repeating these affirmations. A big piece of this, and I think a lot of people miss this, is the
Mhm.
actual feeling, the emotion underlying that. And that really, really helps to prime your brain to create that in the real world. You could also do some visualization. So perhaps every morning before you get out of bed, just kind of see your day going seamlessly, how you want it to go. And then also, again, the important piece is feeling that emotion underneath.
Awesome. So, would you share a few strategies or a few affirmations that you just mentioned that for our clients, or just few of the tips that how they should start if someone doesn't even understand
Sure.
what are those sentences or questions or how to ask to guide them through basically.
Sure. I think so it's going to be unique for each individual, of course. But
Hmm.
if you're aware of just some of the things you notice yourself thinking through the holiday season, like perhaps like, oh, like this situation is so stressful. So
Hmm.
then you want to reframe that to how you'd rather feel in that situation, or what you'd rather think about that situation. So perhaps, oh, you know what, I can get through this situation with ease, or it's really peaceful. This situation is actually becoming more peaceful, something like that. And then you want to just kind of sit with that, could be in the morning, in the evening, anytime you have time, and just kind of really just, you can say it out loud, or you can say it to yourself just in your mind, and just repeat it maybe, 5 or 6 times, feeling it inside your body. And it's incredible because, again, the visualization, the repeating of the affirmations, and the emotion behind it, it really primes your mind. So it really starts to get you into that feeling. So when you're having these stressful situations, that's what starts to take over, and the
Hmm.
other limiting beliefs start to entropy, and then these new beliefs kind of take on a mind of their own.
Well, that's amazing. We don't usually think of that like it can really rewrite our narratives,
Yeah,
but
it
it's
reprograms your
amazing.
mind. Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's what we don't understand, is that this is all going on in our subconscious, so we're not really aware of it, right? So,
Hmm.
so even if you're not aware of your limiting beliefs, you could just do affirmations about, how you want to, you want your new habits to be, what you want some of your beliefs to be, or even how you want your day to go. And you can write them down and just
Great.
kind of work with them when you have time.
Awesome. That was a great tool. Great tips. And that leads to my second questions. And as we are talking about it, we are entering this holiday season. So this stress, expectations, and past
Mhm.
memories can sometimes hinder our joy as well, right? I'm not going to get into a deeper conversation, but we do bring our childhood trauma in our current situation as well. So, how can hypnotherapy and mindset coaching help someone to overcome these holiday challenges and truly align with the spirit of the season?
That's a great question, Sarah. And I think a really important thing in this situation is to try to remember that the past doesn't have to equal the present or the future. And sometimes that's hard, but it's true. And what hypnotherapy and mindset coaching can do is
Hmm.
really help us let go of the past, and to kind of reset our nervous system, and to focus on what we do want to create. So I call it focus pocus, right? Because it's kind of like the magic of shifting your mind.
Focus.
Yeah, because
That's
it's like
cool.
it's kind of like magic, right? Because
It
when you
is.
shift your focus, and that's where your like what is it? Your energy goes where your attention goes, where your energy flows, or something
Energy
like
flows.
that. But if
Absolutely.
you focus what you love about the holiday season, and it's really important to you, I think you can relax and enjoy the holiday more. And also, you can create your own new holiday traditions as well. And that's something my cousins and I, we just started playing. It's hilarious. Like just recently, we started this kind of new holiday tradition where every time I talk to my cousins, we tell each other a really bad Christmas joke. It's so hilarious.
Right.
So today's joke was okay. Why did Rudolph get braces?
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
Because because of his red nose?
because he had buck teeth.
Oh,
Oh, I know it's bad, but
that's nice.
it's just hilarious now every time we do this, and so it's kind of become this new holiday tradition. But I invite anyone, if you have any bad Christmas jokes, hey, write them in the chat.
Please do so and create your own traditions. That's great. That's a great tip, actually. We don't always have to follow our traditions. We can mix and match. We can recreate. We can reframe that as well, and we can start our own. Right?
Absolutely.
That's. I think that was very phenomenal tip. So thank you for sharing that, Coach Tiffany. My last question to you. Also, in your bio, you mentioned about emphasizing shifting the breakdowns to breakthroughs, right?
Yes.
So how can someone use the pressure of the holidays as an opportunity for personal growth and transformation rather than letting them become obstacles, like too overwhelmed and maybe feeling the blues? They don't want to do anything.
Absolutely.
And
Well, this can be really tough. But what I would say to this is if you can try to develop a growth mindset. And what I mean by that is
Mhm.
if you can see the opportunity for growth in those difficult moments. So what I try to ask myself is, what can I learn from this situation, or how can I move forward from a place of love and understanding, and then just kind of developing that Christmas spirit for yourself and those around you, if possible. Now, and again, what I would say also is just really, allow yourself to feel your feelings. Don't cover over them, but if you can shift out of them, that's really beneficial.
I love that, allowing yourself to feel that feeling. So it is
Mhm.
important. Sometimes we want to bury that, right?
Yeah,
we don't want to address it, and we want to just move on, and we just want to go with the flow, not really addressing the feelings. So it's very important, and it is excellent share. And
thank you.
I really appreciate you for sharing your valuable insights tonight. I'm gonna actually gonna check to see if there's any questions from the audience. If there is, I just want our audience to know we're gonna address it towards the end of the session. And quickly, if you wanna let us know for our audience that in this holiday spirit, are you offering anything for our audience tonight? And how
I
do you
sure
reach
am.
out?
So if anyone wants to work with me, I'm offering 4 sessions at a 50% discount only until December 2nd. So
Is
please
this
get in
because
touch.
Black Friday?
It's a
Is this a
Black
Black?
Friday special.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great. Why not? Right? That's amazing. So I think they will get a great value out of it. And Coach Tiffany, thank you for being with us tonight and sharing those all insights.
Thank you.
Then I will actually ask you to introduce our next coach.
Great. Okay. So now it's my pleasure to introduce my esteemed colleague and friend, Doris Efford. Doris is an organizational coach and life strategist who has developed a unique method of setting and achieving goals by using the cycles of the moon. She guides her clients to go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to a place of clarity and inspiration. And I can personally attest that I've seen amazing results in both my personal and professional life through my work with her. So welcome, Doris.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to spend this time with all of you to make this season magical and meaningful.
Yay! Okay, so just to start, I'm wondering if you'd like to tell us just a little bit more about yourself and your business.
Well, I'm known as the Chaos Calmer because as a life strategist, I help women to reclaim their time, often using cyclical and intentional living. My practice is called Prompted Collective because I love to use prompts to disrupt your current thinking and then align your values to create intention and strategies that work for you.
Yes, and I've experienced this personally, and it's pretty amazing, Doris. So, and I love your topic for today, holiday intentions. It's very in the spirit. So I'm curious, how can we set holiday intentions, and why are they important during this time of the year?
I'm so glad you asked.
Me too.
I'd like to do a quick little exercise if everyone's up for it.
Yes.
This is just a thought or writing exercise. If you have something to write with, that's great. If not, just have a moment and think things through a little bit. And of course, I'm going to use prompts because I love prompts. So if anyone has any questions along the way, put them in the chat. And as Coach Sarah said, we'll address them later on. And someone will be keeping track of the questions that are asked. So let's consider the following. How do you want to feel during the holidays? Everyone takes a moment and really think about that. How do you want to feel during the holidays? Now, when do you have those feelings? Or what brings those feelings to you? It's important to recognize what kinds of things that you can do to bring upon those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And then decide a little bit, kind of what you were saying earlier about mindset is what is most important to you during the holidays. Are there special traditions of your own that are super special to you? Or are you just following along and doing the same things that maybe your family did, but you never really liked, or society expects of you, or anything like that? What are the things that if everything else in life is a rolling dumpster fire, what are those most important things to you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, these things are your focus. Those questions about the feelings and what is important to you, the things that you value, those are where you set your intentions. And those are the things that you want to make sure that you're figuring out first. So get out your calendar, schedule needs to be done so that you get those feelings and you get that focus and be intentional about it. Making sure that you're doing things on purpose because the rest of it really doesn't matter. If you get to do the rest of it, then great. But if you only get some of the rest, well, that's okay too. And even if you get nothing else done, but you end up feeling the way you wanted to, and you got the things that are most important to you done, then isn't that all what matters? Doesn't that make it a win?
Definitely.
Something that I heard once is that we are human beings, not human doings.
I love that.
So emotions and values are all about being. So stop comparing or trying to prioritize what society says is important, and then ignoring or procrastinating the pieces that bring you and your family the feelings that you're looking for. This, my friends, is when you lose your holiday cheer.
Amazing, Doris. That is such a brilliant little exercise. I think I'm going to use this at Christmas. No, because when do we actually take that time to think about this kind of thing, right? I think it's rare. I think people just get caught up in the old traditions and the old ways and doing things that other people want to do, and they don't take the time to consider themselves and what they really want to create in the holidays, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you
That's
so much.
that's like the story that I heard once of the woman the child was looking at the woman who was preparing a roast for dinner, and she cut the ends off of the roast and put it in the oven. And the child finally said, "Mom, why do you do that? You always cut the ends off the roast." And she said, "Well, I don't know. My mom always did it." And then so she asked her mom, and her mom said, "Well, I don't know. My mom always did it." So they asked Grandma, "Why did you do that?" "Well, I didn't have a pan that could hold the roast, so I had to cut the ends off."
That's
Right?
hilarious.
Like
Yeah.
generationally, we do things that maybe is important to us, and that's wonderful if it is. But sometimes we just do things because we think that's the way they need to be done, and they're not really important to us.
I agree. And we just learn things, right? We just learn them through our family and just what they've always done. And then we just repeat it without really thinking about it. So thank you so much for that. That's great. Okay. And on to my next question. Now, I know that you've developed Moonshot Club and Goals by Moonlight Planner, and I've used both, and they're absolutely amazing. So can you tell us a little bit more about them and how they can potentially help us with our holiday intentions?
Sure. The planner is a very basic tool that'll help you to set your intentions for that lunar cycle. It'll break it down into actions, and then you can schedule them out according to the moon's phases as a visual cue for when you need to plan or take action, evaluate, and rest. That's the basic cycle.
Yeah.
And it's a digital download so that you can print and reuse it the entire time. Like every single month, every single cycle, you can print it out again and reuse it, or you can print it out ahead of time and set your intentions for a season or however long that you'd like to. It's very versatile.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I started using it a couple of months ago, and I've got to say, my organization is next level now. So thank you, Coach Doris, for that. Yes. Okay.
And
Go ahead. Mhm.
I was just going to say, and Moonshot Club, on the other hand, is an online group training program and coaching program. And so it's a lot more robust than just a planner, where we help women to take charge of their lives by teaching the process of defining what it is that you actually want in life, what your ultimate goal might be, and no matter how big or small, and then take aligned action to those intentions, and then incorporate your values. Because again, why are we doing these things? And the main feature, though, I have to say, is the live hot seat coaching, where we can customize your journey in a way that works for you and give you the support you need to make the progress that you want and build on your dreams. So I like to say we create a success mission without burning out along the way.
Absolutely love that. And it's absolutely great to have that kind of support in a club like the Moonshot Club, for sure. Yes. And I've also been in the Moonshot Club, and again, I can't express how much it's really helped me, move forward in life and really, really gain a sense of what I want. And I think, it's never too late to change, right? And I think, it's like, it really made me realize that, because I was feeling kind of stuck and like, oh, I'm too old to do this or that. But it's like, no, you really get clarity about what you want, and you really work with us to strategize how that's going to look going forward. So I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you. Yes. And we all have these strengths and superpowers, but we always focus on our weaknesses. Why not work with our strengths? Why not
Definitely.
build on that?
100%. Amazing. Okay. And so Doris, do you have any Black Friday offers for those listening today?
I do, actually. Thanks for asking. Until December 2nd, Moonshot Club is 50% off. So sign up for the 3-month program. It's less than $175, which ends up being to be about actually a little bit cheaper than a cup of Tim Hortons for every day. So you can stop putting off your dreams and feeling overwhelmed and unsure of how to move forward for the price of a cup of Tim Hortons. You can make progress and find balance and create a life that you love.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much. It's just been brilliant. Great insights. And you guys, everyone, you deserve that cup of Tim Hortons. So go out and get it. All right. So thank you so much, Coach Doris. And I'm just going to hand it off to you to introduce our next coach. I believe it's Joyce, right?
Yes, thank you, Coach Tiffany. Those were some fabulous questions, and I hope it helped our guests get some answers. Again, if you have any questions at all, go ahead and put them in the chat, and I can see that we're getting some good summaries in there from the coaches for those of you who might be joining a little later or watching the replay and you want to see some of that. So that's fantastic. We will get to those questions near the end. So I do want to bring on, moving from intentions to holiday smiles, I am incredibly honored to introduce you to Coach Joyce Erickson. Joyce is a happiness coach, and if you spend any time around her, you would see exactly why. Her positive energy is infectious, and today she's here to guide us in using our smiles to brighten this holiday season. Welcome, Coach Joyce.
Thank you so much, Doris. I appreciate that. So I just wanted to take a few minutes and sort of talk about what I do, but also talk about how important the smile is. So I'm a happiness, I call myself a happiness igniter, because I help people spark that flame for the happiness from the inside out. So, people like, oh, I'm happy. Well, no, are you truly happy from the inside out is what I'm asking you. What I love about the holidays is, and the smile is, how easy it is to change your attitude, your energy by just consciously smiling. And if I could teach one thing to all of you out there, it's just when you're having one of those days, or when you're sad, or when you're overwhelmed, or whatever you feel on a negative side, just put a smile up. It's going to help. Smile at other people, or look at other people that are smiling, because it's really contagious and it makes a huge difference. And it's easy to do, right? I'll just like, and it makes a difference whether you're, true to yourself or you're even faking it a little bit, right?
Awesome. Absolutely. The power of a smile is just phenomenal, and I really love everything that it can do. I want to focus a little bit on what it might be like to work with a happiness and harmony coach. I've never heard of that before I met you, so I would really like to know a little bit more about that and how it impacts your smile.
Well, working with a happiness and harmony coach, first of all, we're going to take some time and talk about what's going to make you happier. Truly happy from the inside out. When you're happy on the inside, you glow. That's the way I feel. And it does honestly make a huge difference. So most people can say, yeah, I'm happy, but could you be happier? And could you be truly happy from the inside out? So that's the difference. The harmony side of it is balancing all of it, right? Because you do need to keep connected and balancing that happiness with everything else that's going on in this world, because there can be negative things out there as well. So that's what a happiness coach does, or that's what I do as a happiness coach. And it's some of the changes that I've seen in just 1 hour is absolutely amazing, and that's why we do it. We love that, right?
Oh, that's wonderful. The holidays seem to amplify stress and tension, and I'm wondering, how can smiles, or using the methods that you teach, be used as a tool to relieve some of that stress and tension?
Well, because you're going from a stressful situation, or you're thinking about a stressful situation, as soon as you think about that energy on the inside of you, you put that smile on your face, it just makes it a little bit easier. And it's almost like taking that step back and saying, I'm happy. I feel good I really feel good on the inside. I can do this. We can get through this. And the self-talk really helps and really works. And that's one of the tools that I'll use fairly consistently. Another one of the tools that I'll use is visualization. So you could see yourself going through the things that you need to go through. And you could go back to that visualization when you need to be happier, right? So if you're stressed and you have things to do, you need to be happier, you could go back to that visualization as well. So those are a couple of tools that I use and I love to do.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. And you know, it's kind of funny. You just say the word smile and I immediately smile. Like it's got quite the impact.
It does.
Sorry?
It absolutely does. The word smile makes people smile. When you look at a happy face and it's smiling, you're smiling. When you look at a snowman and it's smiling, even when you see that, that curve, right, that looks like a smile, whether it's backwards or forwards, it helps. It definitely helps. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
Absolutely. Do you have any prompts or pieces of advice that the audience can take with them going forwards to help them navigate this holiday season and their smiles?
Yeah, one of the things that I would remind yourself is the prompt, like, what makes you smile, right? You can use the prompt of smiling. Smiling allows me to relax. Smiling makes me feel good. So they're almost affirmations, but what makes you smile would be that prompt. And you're probably going to smile anyways because you're hearing the word, right? You can look at your emojis, your happy emojis on your phone as well. Or it might be a picture of your grandchildren. In my case, it might be a picture of your animal. So those are all the kinds of prompts that you can use in order to help that smile.
Awesome. Yeah. And I even find it helps to when you approach someone and even whatever they're feeling on the street or whatever, if you smile at them, there's most of the time they'll at least smile back. They might grumble under their breath, but they'll still smile back,
Still
right?
smile back. And that's the cool thing. I used to work in retail and manage retail, and you're teaching young adults to do sales. And if they were really nervous about doing sales, one of the things that I would tell them is just go outside and smile at people. Chances are you're going to start a conversation as well, so you get used to doing that. And you're probably going to have a good day, right? It's probably going to make you feel better. You're going to develop some confidence. You're going to just feel like you can do it. It's practice, right? And practice is what is important. So absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic. I want to know what programs you're offering right now and how might they help people to find their holiday smile?
Well, I have a couple of things going on right now. I have my one-on-one coaching, and that is really sitting down or having an hour. Usually I do 12 sessions, probably once a week, just working through you to get you up to your next level, I guess. So going from, a 3 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10 and moving forward that way. And, it could be problems with beliefs. It could be confidence. It could be energy. It could be just about anything that we work on, because people lose their smile for different reasons, right? So I have that program. And I have a program coming up in January, which I'm super excited about. It's a group coaching program, but it's all about self-care. My experience that I found is over the years is when we're young, we have a tendency to look after ourselves, or our parents are looking after us, right? And as we get older, things change because our priorities change, whether we have kids or whether we have, parents to look after, or whether we have spouses to look after, and somehow in there we forget about ourselves, right? And I've noticed that with people my age, so people going into menopause in particular, or their kids are moving out, that kind of thing. But I also noticed it with my daughter's age, and I noticed it in particular when she first started to have kids. And even today, I'm reminding her, like, you need to go have a shower. It's as simple as that, right? You need to get some rest, put the kids to sleep. It's okay to take a night off and find a babysitter, or, do what you need to do. And unfortunately, it's getting better, but it still continues to go that way. And I would really like it not to go that way. I'd like it to change, and for us to remember that looking after ourselves first is the most important thing. And I mean, you taught me that a little bit as well. And we can't really do other things until we're taking care of ourselves first. So that's one of the programs that I'm looking forward to starting. Absolutely. And the third thing is I have a new happiness community that's free, and you can just let me know, just say, hey, Joyce, send me the invite for the happiness community. It's going to be all kinds of fun and interesting information in there, and tools that you can use. I have all the coaches, all you guys in there with me, so if something comes up you want to ask a question. So just a lot of happy, positive energy. And then, some different offers coming up throughout the year as well for different webinars. And I know I want to set up an accountability buddy system so that, we're looking after ourselves first. And that's one of the things I want to do. So yeah, that's the three things that I've got coming up to help with the happiness coach and igniting your happiness, to help you through with that.
That's incredible. Absolutely. Some fabulous programs. And it sounds like a lot of stuff coming up down the pipeline for you.
Yeah.
Also, I wondered if you were having sales for Black Friday on any of that.
Yeah, actually, I have till December 2nd, 50% off my coaching, my one-on-one coaching, 3-month program. So if you're interested in that, you can put Joyce down in the comment, and I will definitely get back to you. And then shifting over to the new year, whoever pre-registers for my group coaching, again, will get 50% off until December 2nd as well.
Oh, that's a fantastic deal. Awesome.
It is.
Well, I always love your smile, Coach Joyce. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us and all of that wonderful positive energy that you always give out. But I will turn it over to you to introduce the next coach. Thank you.
I am waiting for Coach Sarah to join us again. Hi, Coach Sarah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello again.
I can hear you. Everything is good. So I wanted to introduce you. Sarah is an absolutely amazing person. She's a busy lady, an amazing coach. But what she does is she coaches corporate women to navigate transitions, right? And transitions aren't the easiest thing to navigate, both in their career and personal lives. And see if I say this right. Mompreneurs. who aspire to become the heart-centered, which is absolutely amazing, heart-centered CEOs of their businesses. Sarah empowers them to thrive in both personal and professional lives with courage, confidence, and clarity. And I can, you know, Sarah has done some coaching with me, and she's absolutely amazing. That way, I, lost a lot of my confidence and courage and really clarity, and she's helped me with that. So, Coach Sarah, take it. It's all yours.
Thank you, Joyce. That was a great introduction, so I'm really honored. And I just want to add as well that I'm a founder of Womb with double B, Women Owning Their Minds, Bodies, and Businesses. As Coach Joyce said, that I actually coach and guide corporate women who are going through transition in their lives, personal lives, or careers. And being in corporate for so many years, I would say almost 20 years or over 20 years, I have seen the struggle that women go through climbing that ladders and breaking the ceilings, right? Shattering the glass ceilings. And I have learned how to create my own and how to break that as well. And going through all, I have helped many clients to build the confidence and the courage to move forward with their lives and build their dream life and fulfilling life. So if anybody is interested, like you, I also have the Womb group coaching program, and also I have the groups, the Facebook group. They can definitely sign up for it.
Right. I have a couple of questions for you though that I would like to ask as well.
Sure. Yeah.
How can we transition from holiday stress into something we can celebrate? For example, like holiday shopping and maybe cooking would be stressful for us, but how can we change that and celebrate it?
Wow, that's a great question, Coach Joyce. And I think we all feel it, right? Sometimes, like as the December 25th or the dates coming forward, we feel that overwhelming stress. So I would say the key to transforming those holiday stress is to have the perspective and the intentions, right? So start by identifying the aspects of the holidays that feel the most overwhelming, whether it's shopping, cooking, hosting, whatever you're doing. Ask yourself, how can I simplify that, right? If it's over, because you're adding so much on your plate right now, which is normally you don't do that, it's holidays. So you're prepping for that. So you're taking on so many things. So how can I simplify it? So I will start with that. And also, how can I make it enjoyable? So for example, like let's say you talked about holiday shopping, and shift your mindset from I have to do it to I get to do it, right? Like I'm blessed that I can do that for my family, for my loved ones, my friends, and my colleagues, right? So that's an opportunity for me. So I think that's being grateful, having that in my mind, and then so that brings us the joy rather than the stress, and that will make us feel much better when we are giving, right? So it's the holiday spirit we call about we give. That's where we want to think about. And when you talk about cooking, that's one of my stressors. So I would say cooking is to involve families and the friends, and you can share. It doesn't always have to be you taking the lead, right? So just remember sharing, and start with activities, the music, the conversation, lighten the mood. It doesn't always have to be following the recipes and it's like late at night I'm doing it and I don't want anyone to bother me. It doesn't have to be like that. Enjoy with everyone, because it's holiday. What is our intention? Our intention to be with our loved ones, be with our family, or even just to be ourselves, right? So that's what I would say. Cooking. And about cleaning, you said? Did you mention about cleaning?
Yes.
So cleaning is yes, another stressor for us, right? Just remember what's your focus, right? The focus on the essentials. What truly it matters to you and your guest. Remember, it's the connection is most important, not the perfection, right? So it is the connection. We're building the connection. We are blessed to hosting the holiday party or holiday events. So taking it as a blessing. Don't stress about too much that how am I gonna it has to be perfect. Everything has to be in order. No, they are coming to spend time with you, enjoy, relax, take it as a blessing. So I would say definitely shifting that mindset from picture perfect being picture perfect. Just enjoy, relax, and you will see the stress not going to be there. So creating some boundaries and also understanding that how to create those boundaries. One of the biggest thing I would say, and I want to mention that, learn to say no. If it's too much to you, learn to say no. No itself is a full sentence. You don't have to add why. You don't have to explain. It's no. So that is the biggest thing for me. I have learned to say no, and I've also guided my clients to do the same.
Yeah, I think we forget about that word no, right? We just want to do everything.
Right.
And the word no actually feels really good to say sometimes. Well, a lot of the time, actually, right? It makes us smile almost, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, that was awesome. Another question. Many of us feel that there are things we should do or are expected to do during the holidays, but we really don't want to do it. How can we transform these expectations and shoulds in and out so that we are saying, I love to do this or I'm excited to do it?
So just to reframe the question or just to clarify, so there are shoulds, like let's say I want to put up the Christmas tree. It's Christmas coming. I should have a Christmas tree. And you don't feel like putting up the Christmas tree. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly it.
Okay. It is a hard one. But I have to say the shoulds, don't feel burdened with the shoulds. What are the shoulds? It is the expectations, that the tradition that we've been following, right? And I think Coach Doris just touched on that as well. What is the tradition we've been following? We can recreate that. Coach Tiffany talked about that as well. We can recreate our traditions. We can actually create those obligations to opportunities, right? Shift that mindset. See that, okay, we don't want to, and if it's okay to let it go, it's okay to say, as I said, no, and you have to be okay with it as well. Don't feel pressured that it's not about being perfect, and it's not about people pleasing. It's about you. You have to take care of yourself as well. There's a reason you're not feeling to do that, but you know what? It doesn't have to be that elaborate. You can do something different. You can create that tradition as well, and that's how you communicate. I would say once you communicate with your family, and we seldom, forget how communication is so important, and to share your feelings, right? If you are down, if you're not feeling great, and your loved one will not be happy to put more burdens on you. As long as you communicate with them, they will also understand. So I think it is very important to do to have the communication and let go of the perfection as well. So if your tree is up but you don't have all the ornaments to put it there, right? It should be okay. Just the tree is fine, and some lights, it's okay. So that's what's the best
right. I keep thinking of my my parents, my mom in particular, wanting every decoration in a certain spot. And it was actually, it didn't become fun anymore. But
exactly.
So we get perfectionism is not something that we need to do. We just need to put it up and be happy with it, right?
Right.
That's awesome.
Right.
What kind of offers do you have for us, or do you have any offers for us for Black Friday?
I do actually the Black Friday offer. So I do offer my corporate clients one-on-one coaching, and it is 3 months, 12 weeks. So I'm offering 50% off, like most of you coaches. I think it
Awesome.
is a phenomenal offer that we are offering from our heart, right? We do want our clients to get to have a fulfilling life. And also, I'm also offering my group coaching, which will start in January. And that is also a 50% off. So if anybody's interested, if they want to actually type Sarah, I will send all the information to them and they can connect with me. And one thing I want to mention, I am having in January a goal setting a session for 1.5 hours and a vision board and a goal setting for 2025, so we can start our 2025 with solid foundation. So that will be most probably the January the 16th. So if anybody interested, and I'm offering that for free, absolutely, you're most welcome. And I know it's going to be very, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very useful, so, and very powerful as well. So I welcome everyone to join January 16th, and I will send them information. And that would be one of my gifts for being here today.
Awesome. That's a great gift for sure. I think we're going to move forward. Sarah, I'm going to let you wrap up there. And Doris.
Awesome.
Hello.
Welcome back, coaches, Coach Tiffany, Coach Doris, Coach Joyce, and our audience. I hope you have gotten some great insights, great strategies, and these phenomenal coaches are here to help you and guide you through as well. If you have any questions, we're going to actually answer those questions now. Coach Doris, I want to ask you, have you seen if anybody sent us any questions? Can we answer that?
Actually, we do have a couple questions. One is, how do you stay calm when there's so much going on during the holidays? Who would like to take that one?
I can answer that if that's okay. I'll take it. So, and being a transition coach, I think it is very important that I definitely go through my clients. That's the first thing, that they're so stressed, so overwhelmed. How to stay calm. So first of all, I always say that in that moment, to be grounded. Breathing exercise, right? Do deep breathing. So that will calm yourself down. That's number one. Once calm yourself, and you can do that anywhere. You don't have to be in a specific place. You can take deep breath 4 times in and out. We can show that later on if you want. We can even send that video as well. So breathing, you can start with breathing and focus. So I would say focus on what's the most important to you at this moment, or focus on the one you think you would be able to complete. Don't feel overwhelmed. There's so many things, there are 10, 20 on your list. So don't look at the to-do list, because that will overwhelm you. There's so many things to do. So we always like to get recognition by completing a task, right? And we want to celebrate too. So celebrate that. When you finish one task, celebrate it. Even having a glass of wine or having a cup of tea, just celebrate that. I think that will help you to stay calm. So these are just a few tips. And if you want to know more, definitely we can send you more, and you can join us in our groups, or just send us a message and we will get more information.
Another question that we had sent in before, because this person wasn't going to be able to make it for tonight, was, how do we deal with difficult relationships during the holidays? And I think she didn't mean like spousal relationship, but more sitting around a dinner table with people who might have different opinions or combative attitudes. Does anyone want to take that one?
Well, what I would say to that is, just I think just practicing grace and compassion for other people and their viewpoints around the holidays. And if you're feeling really triggered, just acknowledge that, but you can work with that later on and just kind of be aware and just make a little bit of space between you and the trigger if possible. So as soon as it's coming up, just be aware of it. Maybe like Sarah's suggesting, do some breathing with it. And later on, what I do when I get triggered now is like I go and I do a process where like I'll write down, what triggered me, how I was feeling, why I was so triggered. And then I try to work with that even on a deeper level. Like, is this connected to anything from my past, from my traumas? And generally it is. And then, you can start to really work on releasing the triggers. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy because some of our relationships can be difficult, but it's definitely something that you can work with. So just try to give yourself some space, some self-love, some compassion, but also allow grace for the other person and their viewpoints. If that makes sense.
Love that. Excellent.
Yep. Absolutely.
Those are the only questions so far. Does anyone have anything they'd like to add for either of those?
I want to add one thing, just to be aware and in a consciousness too, being mindful that about the situation all the time. And we don't have control over others. We can only have control over us, right? So if I can only control myself, how I'm reacting. So be conscious of that. Reactions lead to different actions, and that feelings boils up. So really, it's not about the other person and how am I feeling and how am I reacting at my triggers, right? And also it's important to know that what is the intention of this gathering? So keep that in mind. So just focus, if there's too many chaos, just focus on the intention that today we are gathered here for my purpose is to have a loving connections. So when we keep that intention, our action would be towards that intention. So I think that that will help as well.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. I mean, the other thing that I thought about is just being grateful, right? Mm-hmm. Being grateful that the people are there with you, and just keeping that smile on your face, and not worrying about what somebody's going to say that's negative or bad, but like you said, Sarah, what you're doing and what you're saying, for sure.
Great. Yeah, I love all of those, and I think those are all fabulous tools. And for me, it's always been, what other people, how they behave doesn't necessarily reflect anything on me, because they're functioning through their own filters, right? And a lot of times it just says a lot about that person. It has nothing to do with me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Awesome.
All right.
So we're going to wrap up tonight. I would ask Coach Doris if you just want to quickly invite everybody to, if they want to take their promotion for Black Friday, the amazing promotion that all the coaches are offering, and how they can reach us, our audience.
Absolutely. So all of the coaches have 50% off packages in varying degrees. And because we're running low on time here, I'm not going to go over all of the packages, but I do encourage you to go ahead and put that coach's name in the chat. So if you type Tiffany, you will get a DM from me or a message in Messenger from me that tells you all about Tiffany, how to get a hold of her, and what her Black Friday sale is, as well as for Doris and Sarah and Joyce. So just put in whichever coach's name. And if you're not sure, you can always ask me and I will let you know, and I'll do my best to get that to you. If you registered for tonight's event, I have your email, so you will get an email from me tomorrow that summarizes all of this. If you did not register for tonight's event, that's okay. You can just put email as a comment and I will add you to the email list, and then tomorrow you will get that email.
Beautiful. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and thank you all our audience for joining us tonight. We're grateful for all of you, and we really hope, pray, and we wish you an amazing holiday season. And I'm extremely grateful for all of you, and hopefully we'll see you next year. And don't forget, we're having in January a goal setting session as well. So please DM us, and that will be our gift, my gift to you all. So have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.